Dubai, 7:42 p.m. The tallest gold chandelier in the world glittered above the marble lobby of the Grand Empress. Rolls Royces lined up like soldiers outside. The massive glass doors began to open, slowly, too slowly. A pack of 6 drunk British influencers stumbled in, dripping designer bags and attitude. Leading them, Blake Harrington, 34, 3 million followers, trust fund prince. He stopped dead, stared at the old black doorman in the red uniform, and burst out laughing. Mate, are you opening that door in slow motion on purpose? We're dropping $5,000 a night, not waiting for a fossil. Phones whipped out, live stream on. His friends howled. One girl screamed, "Granddad, speak louder, he's deaf." The doorman, Mr. Elijah Brooks, 68, never broke rhythm. Calm, dignified, unbothered. He finished opening the door, stepped aside, and said in a voice like rolling thunder, "Welcome to the Grand Empress. Enjoy your stay." Blake rolled his eyes. "Yeah, just don't touch my Louis Vuitton with those gloves, bruv. God knows where they've been." They strutted past him like he was part of the furniture, hidden under Elijah's button jacket, stitched in faded gold on the inside collar. Property of E. Brooks, owner and founder, Grand Empress Hotels Worldwide. The White Knight manager, Phillips, came running, all fake smiles. "Mr. Harrington, VIP check-in this way, sir." Blake smirked. "Start by firing the dinosaur at the door. This isn't a nursing home." Phillips chuckled nervously, then hissed at Elijah, "Brooks, move faster or you're gone. We have standards." Elijah met his eyes for 3 long seconds. "Yes, sir." Inside the private elevator, Blake was still live. "Guys, just met the slowest doorman on the planet. Place is sick, but the staff, yikes. 12 million watching. Comments exploding. Fire him, LOL. What Blake didn't know. Every single one of the 47 lobby cameras recording in 8K belonged to the man he'd just humiliated. 10:03 p.m. $25,000, a night royal suite. Champagne popping. Still roasting the slow old man. Doorbell. Phillips entered, ghost white, holding a gold envelope. "Mr. Harrington, the owner wants you in the Imperial boardroom. Now." Blake laughed. "Tell him I'll give autographs at 11. Phillips swallowed. "He's already waiting, sir. And he's not asking." Floor 72. Double doors open into pitch black, except one spotlight. In the center stood Elijah Brooks. Same red doorman uniform. Hand behind his back. Blake snorted. "What the hell?" They sent the doorman again. Light snapped on. Behind Elijah, 40 feet tall on the screen, Elijah Brooks, founder and majority shareholder, Grand Empress Hotels Worldwide, net worth $4.9 billion. Blake's smile died. Elijah's voice filled the room, low and heavy as history. "You said I was too slow, opening my own door. You said this hotel has standards." One step forward. "I built this palace with these 2 hands in 1987, when men who looked just like you swore a black boy from Alabama would never own anything bigger than a shoeshine box." Blake's friends started backing toward the exit. Elijah pressed a remote. The screen flipped to Blake's own live stream, still running, now 12.4 million viewers. "You have 30 seconds to apologize to my face, on your live, or every reservation you ever make, every brand deal you ever sign, ends tonight." Blake's mouth opened. No sound. 30, 29. Blake dropped to his knees, phone shaking, tears already coming, 12.8 million watching. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, sir. Please." Elijah looked straight into the camera. Respect costs nothing. Disrespect costs everything. Screen cut to black. Lights came up. Elijah was gone. Only a single gold card remained on the table. "Checkout is at 11 a.m. Your booking has been adjusted." The doors clicked shut. Blake stood alone in the silent boardroom, gold card glowing under the spotlight like a guillotine. His phone exploded. 180K comments in 90 seconds. Career ended in 4K. Bro got cooked by the owner. Instagram crashed. Side door opened. Elijah walked back in. Same red doorman jacket. No security. Just him. He pulled out the head chair and sat. Sit. Blake dropped into the seat like a kid sent to the principal. Elijah laid 3 old photographs on the table. First, 32-year-old Elijah in dusty boots, hammer in hand, half-built hotel behind him. Second, Elijah shaking hand with the Sheik, 1987. Third, 1999 Forbes cover. From Alabama projects to $2 billion empire. Elijah's voice was soft thunder. I started as a porter in 1974. Rich white guests threw tips on the floor. So I'd bend. I smiled, picked them up, and bought my first share of stock with those coins. 49 years later, same game, different suit. He clicked the remote. The giant screen lit up with 8K lobby footage. Every racist smirk, every laugh, every word Blake had said. Then it flipped to Blake's own slowed-down Instagram story. This goes live to every news outlet and every brand you work with in 8 minutes. Blake went ghost white. Unless Elijah slid a single sheet across the table. Full public apology, already written. Blake's hand shook so bad he could barely hold the phone. He hit go live. 15.2 million watching in seconds. Voice cracking, tears flowing. He read every word. Halfway through, he broke down sobbing. 18.1 million. When it ended, Elijah stood. Apology accepted. Your room is safe tonight, but after checkout tomorrow, you are banned from all 187 of my hotels. Forever. Blake nodded, lifeless. Elijah walked to the door, paused, unbuttoned the red jacket, turned it inside out. Gold stitching on the lining. Property of Elijah Brooks. If lost, return to owner. Some uniforms aren't clothes. They're reminders. He left. Next morning, 8 a.m., Blake and his friends begged at the front desk for one more night. Young black receptionist smiled sweetly. Sorry, Mr. Harrington. Checkout was 11 a.m. Behind her, the giant lobby screen showed one photo. Elijah in the red uniform, arms wide in front of the hotel. Gold letters. Thank you for 49 years of opening doors. Today we open them for the next generation. The entire staff lined up and started clapping. Guests joined. The applause thundered. Elijah walked through the clapping crowd, still in the red jacket. Opened the doors himself one last time. A brand new Rolls-Royce waited. He climbed in. Lobby screen changed. Elijah Brooks Foundation. Scholarships funded today for 1,900. One for every week. He worked since 1974. Blake watched from the sidewalk, bags in hand. Followers bleeding away by the thousands. The new doorman, young, sharp black, smiled at arriving guests. Welcome to the Grand Empress. Doors open fast here when you treat people right. Inside the rolls, Elijah folded the red jacket, placed it in a glass case. Driver asked, "Home, sir?" Elijah smiled for the first time all night. "No, take me to the next hotel. Still got 186 doors to open." The Rolls-Royce cut through Dubai's neon night. Elijah opened a worn leather folder. First photo, 19-year-old Elijah outside a dusty Alabama motel, holding a crumpled $20 bill. Back of the picture, his own handwriting. Day 1. They threw it on the floor. I bought 1 share of Hilton. Keep going. He flipped the pages. 1978 janitor suit, 1987 shaking hand with the Sheik on empty desert, 1999 Forbes cover. Every page someone saying, "A black man can't." He closed it. Phone rang. "Grandpa, you're trending #1 worldwide." Elijah smiled. "Baby girl, it's not about trending. It's about teaching. Are you retiring now?" 3-second silence. "Yes, my BB. 49 years is enough." Aisha started crying. "But who's going to open the doors?" "Every kid on my scholarship is going to open bigger doors than I ever did." Next call. "Malik. Sir, my mom cleaned rooms here." "Say yes. The Dubai Hotel is yours. 100% ownership. Run it your way. Only rule, nobody ever gets disrespected at my door again." Malik sobbed. Yes, sir. I promise. Next call, board chairman. Transfer all 187 hotels to the Elijah Brooks Employee Trust. Every cleaner, cook, doorman gets real voting shares. From today, the people who open the doors on the doors. Chairman gasped. Sir, that's $4.90 billion. Elijah laughed deep and free. Exactly. Time the help became the owners. Last call, Blake Harrington. Blake picked up crying. I've lost everything. I'm offering you a job. Tomorrow, 6 a.m. red uniform. Minimum wage. 1 year. You smile when they insult you. Pass the year. I pay for any university you want. Fail, you walk with nothing. Blake, through tears. I'll be there 5:30, sir. The Rolls pulled up to the hotel again. 800 staff stood outside holding candles, singing Lean on Me in 14 languages. Elijah stepped out, still in the red doorman jacket. He walked the candle path, hugging every invisible worker he'd ever had. At the entrance, Malik waited with the new gold plaque. Grand Empress Dubai, a hotel owned by the people who serve you. Elijah took off the red jacket for the last time and handed it over. This belongs to all of you now. He faced the crowd, voice carrying over the singing. I started with $20 thrown on the floor. Tonight, I give everything back to the people who pick it up every day. He climbed back in the car. Airport, Alabama, going fishing with my granddaughter. As the Rolls vanished, the lobby screen flashed one final message. 49,000 scholarships awarded in the last 12 hours. One for every year he wore the uniform. And underneath, in simple white letters, some men open doors. Legends make sure nobody ever has to knock again. The candles went out. The door stayed open. Forever. 1 year later. Grand Empress Dubai. 5:57 a.m. Sunrise bleeding gold over the Burj Al Arab. A lone figure in the red doorman uniform. Still like a statue at the entrance. Name tag. B. Harrington. Blake had worked every single one of the last 364 days. 6 to 6. No days off. No posts. Guests now smiled and said, Morning, Blake, without ever realizing he used to be the loud influencer who once mocked the old man. 5:59 a.m. A familiar Rolls-Royce Phantom rolled up and stopped. The back door opened. Elijah stepped out. 69 now. Slight limp jeans. Old hotel cap. Eyes still sharp as ever. Blake snapped straighter. Morning, sir. Elijah smiled. Morning, Blake. They hadn't spoken face to face since that night in the boardroom. Your year ends today. Blake's voice cracked. I know, sir. Elijah pulled an envelope from his pocket. Inside, a check for $490,000 and a full-ride scholarship to any university on earth. Blake stared, tears falling. I don't deserve this. Elijah put a hand on his shoulder. You showed up every single day. That's the only thing I ever asked. He pointed to the new gold line added under the hotel name Overnight. In loving memory of Sarah Brooks. She picked up the coins they threw and taught me to build empires with them. Elijah's voice finally broke. My mama cleaned rooms for 44 years. She passed 2 months ago. Never got to see this day. Blake dropped to one knee, crying. Elijah lifted him up. Stand tall. Today you graduate. He took off his faded cap and placed it on Blake's head. This hotel is yours for the next 5 years. 100% ownership. Pay it forward. Blake couldn't even speak. Elijah gave him one last smile, then pressed a button on his phone. Every screen in the building, every billboard on Sheikh Zayed Road, every TV in every room lit up at once. A simple video began. 1974. Young Elijah is smiling while a guest throws $1 on the floor. 1987. Elijah laying the first stone in the desert. Last year, candle night when he gave everything away. Final shot. Elijah on an Alabama porch, laughing with little Aisha trying to teach him TikTok dances. His voice soft and final. I was never the owner of doors. I was just a man who refused to let them stay closed. To every kid told, you don't belong. Keep opening doors. One day the world will walk through and call you boss. White text on black. Elijah Brooks, 1936 to 2025. He opened 49 years of doors and closed none. Silence. Then the entire lobby, the street, the city erupted in thunderous applause. Blake stood in the doorway, cap on, tears streaming, saluting as the rolls disappeared into the sunrise. That night, hashtag Thank You Elijah trended worldwide for 39 days straight. Every Grand Empress hotel now has a red Doorman jacket in a glass case at the entrance. Under each jacket, the same handwritten note. If you're reading this, the door is already open. Walk through. Blake kept the red uniform for life. Every year at exactly 5:42 a.m., he stands at the door, watches the sunrise, and says the same quiet line to every arriving guest. Welcome to the Grand Empress. The doors are open because someone believed they should be. And somewhere in Alabama, a little girl with her grandfather's eyes is growing up knowing the richest man she ever knew once wore that red jacket. And never let the world make him feel small again. Respect costs nothing. Legends just keep opening doors until the rest of us learn how to walk through.